Okay. Okay. We are here. In trying to make the music louder, I think I made it too loud. I definitely did. Oh, hey, crew. Hi, Jupiter. How you both doing today? How am I? I'm pretty good. I think I'll be able to end up finishing the game today. It's a big maybe, but it's a possibility. Nope, doesn't look like that's a possibility. Wait. I really can't reach that? Really? Okay. Huh. You're doing good, just not supposed to be awake right now? How late is it for you, crew? If it's before 3, then I won't be mad. But if it is even a second later, then go to sleep. I am very sorry, that was extremely loud, but 4:34 a.m. Go to sleep. Your phone has decided to cooperate, so I can talk now. Nice. But I'm good. Thanks for asking. Yeah, that's good to hear. Yeah, it was also good to hear that you are doing good, crew. It's just go to sleep. Oh god, chat's moving fast. Tired though, because I only got like an hour of sleep last night. Then go to sleep. Go to sleep, Venus. Sleep is very, very important. But who needs sleep when you have a loving partner that helped you grind a Roblox game? What, like... That's not a good reason. But like, your stream. I don't care if I'm streaming, crew. Go to sleep. I'm on the bus, I can't. Oh. Well, fair enough. You have an excuse, but crew, you don't. Because I know you are not on a bus or something at 4:34 a.m. Huh. Haven't been up here before.
Did you know you can get your prescription
I don't think so.
from your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free
Okay, so I'm gonna
Just
talk
search for your
a little bit loudly now because they're playing an ad, and it sounds like an ad that would end up saying my state, so I'm talking right now. Oh, talking. Oh, words. How I love thee. Okay. Yeah. The ad's still going. This is the longest ad on the planet.
Check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to goodrx.com/Spotify. GoodRx is not insurance.
So let me explain. That person that's singing right there is a bad guy. And they will kill us. Ah, song's playing again. Very nice. Let me just show you. Scary, right? Okay. Yeah. Arrow, I understand. You don't have to sleep. It's just sleep whenever you get home. Crew, sleep. I can change that. That's scary. What? Yeah, it's scary. It's supposed to be like -10 degrees where I am tomorrow. I'm gonna cry. Yeah, that. I hate it when it's cold. Why is it always so cold? I get it, it's wintertime, but no. You're still probably gonna have to go to school? What kind of school? What the heck? That caught me off guard, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can, like, startle them and then run like heck. Nope, it doesn't work. Hopefully they didn't scare you guys, because I did say it aloud, so after you guys would expect it. Yeah, it catches you off guard. I almost had a heart attack the first time it happened. I'd like to know about the delirious adventures of me earlier. Sure, Jupiter. What happened earlier? You have intrigued me, and I hear footsteps. Where? Oh, there are footsteps. Where is that coming from? By the way, I have no idea how to open up this door. If there is a way. Nor do I know how to get past that one person. Maybe this... Oh no, it's not footsteps. It's the clock here. I think. The ticking, yeah. Everything's fine, indeed. Just listen to music, like... Tell me this music does not fit this game perfectly. So I was hungry, right? Yeah? How hungry are we talking? Are we talking like I could eat a horse kind of hungry? Or hippopotamus hungry? I don't know. And I go into the kitchen to look in the fridge for stuff, and what do I find? A chair. I'm sure this is useful for something. A whole block of Colby Jack cheese. Huh. It's a carpet man. I know you can push it onto the carpet. It's not that hard. It's a carpet. Okay. I eat that in like 20 minutes. Nice. I have a video on Snapchat if you want to see. Sure. And then I passed out for like 30 minutes. Oh, like 30 minutes later. Oh, dang. Yeah, sure, I'd watch that. Wow, that has a janky hitbox. Maybe it has to do with this mirror. It's a carpet. Depth perception was off. Okay, yeah, I don't think that goes anywhere or anything. Huh. What am I supposed to do then? Yeah, there was just an entire block of cheese? Why? Why did your family just have that? School starts in 2 hours. Crew. Sleep. If you must, lurk. If you really, really want to end up staying inside a stream, lurk and go to sleep. You just DM me on Discord? Okay. I'll probably get to that after stream. What am I supposed to do? That's not a bad idea. Yeah, exactly. Plus, you get to end up testing my lurk command, because that wasn't working like 2 streams ago or something. What? Are you grabbing something? It looked like it was grabbing something. Weird. Hungry. It's that simple. But, oh god. But fair enough. Whoa. Okay, I don't know, maybe for like crackers or something. Fair enough. Lurk? Nice, the lurk command is working. It's still dead? Okay. You forgot to put down the amount, that's why. Oh, never mind, yeah. And how do you always win? I really need to change that. Like, I really need to change that. Any ideas on what I'm supposed to do, guys? Okay, do you mind just like not singing? It was cool at first, but like you would just like keep on going, and I've been here for a while. Like, aren't you bored of singing that same melody over and over again?
Looking for something new to do?
Yeah, goodbye, crew. I hope you have a good rest of your day or night. Sleep and sleep well.
However and wherever you want. Because that's how you
My brain doesn't work sometimes. Yeah, I've been there. That happens to me a lot.
cash out the same day. Go to DoorDash.com/go to get started today. DoorDash.com/go.
Arrow's their own religion. It's confirmed. The almighty Jupiter. I praise thee. I bow down to thee. Can you, like, lure them anywhere? I don't think so. Because, like I showed you before, when I tried to run, you know, run away as fast as I could, yeah, you see? So it doesn't seem like it. And if there is a way to lure them somewhere, it's not by just like doing that. You have to like create a noise or something. But I don't know where to cause a noise. Like, I don't really have much of any materials. Huh. Yes, any other ideas? I really am just like open to suggestions. Maybe, 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 maybe. Nope. It is a carpet. It is a rug, man. At that chair. What are you doing? Oh, and back. Arrow. There was this little triangle guy in last stream. Lynn named it Kite. Problem, we lost Kite right after we named him. It gets worse. So we ended up meeting him, and like he was really friendly and stuff, and I was like, okay, let's take him with us. But then I died, and I was like, okay, I'll just go back to the area that he was originally in, and we'll go get him again. Kite was gone. Kite wasn't there. So I, of course, got worried. I still don't know where Kite is, but I found another one of Kite's species, another triangle head. This is where it gets really sad. We were extremely hungry. The Kite friend, the Kite species thing, offered us a hot dog. You know, was holding it up and stuff. And then my character, this was a cutscene, I could not stop it, attacked the thing, just avoided the hot dog and ate one of Kite's species. It was traumatic. It hurt when that happened. Like, it hurt. Can you jump on the chair? Kite the triangle? Pretty much, yeah. I don't think I can jump on, like, the actual top of the chair, but yes, I can jump on the chair. Any idea why? Yeah, I really think you just need to, like, watch last stream or something, because, like, that hurt so much. Or at very least ask Lynn about it, but, like, because, like, it hurt. Lynn has already seen how this game goes and stuff, so Lynn was expecting it. Oh, maybe I can open up that. So Lynn prepared themselves, but I was not prepared at all. Got it. Yeah, perfect height. Surely this is what I'm supposed to do. What? Move back a bit. What do you want me to do? Game. That's good to know. So you can use that to, like, get on the table and stuff, right? Do you mean that table? I mean, I could already go onto that table with this chair. Oh, was that what you meant by the chair? But yeah, I can get up here. Is there any breakable stuff on any tables? Maybe use that as a distraction. Maybe. It does look like there's, like, a little picture up there. That's, like, the most likely thing. But it doesn't look like I can jump that high. I don't know. Man, that's really not working. Okay. Yeah, and you cannot climb up this. You can grab onto it, but you can't, like, move left or right or move up or anything. Can I grab these things? No. I'm pretty sure there isn't anything like that. Doesn't look like there's anything up there. Yeah, there's nothing on top of that thing. Not to mention the fact that even with the chair, I could not get up there. How can I not? I don't know. But I can't. Yeah, I got stuck on this section last time too. Not for too long. But, yeah. It feels like this drawer is supposed to be used for something, but I have no idea what. I've already tried moving these things, they don't work. Yeah, no, that doesn't move. Can't see anything up here. Not feeling anything either. Oh, I know, I got stuck on. I mean, if you did, I wouldn't complain. I'm not saying that you should, I'm just saying, like, if you just so happen to accidentally type that into the YouTube search bar, and then you just so happen to find a video, and then you just happen to accidentally put the answer into the chat, I wouldn't complain. Just hypothetically. Yeah, because I cannot figure this out.
Today to apply in minutes. That's ethoslife.com. Ethos Technologies Inc. operates in California.
You're trying to get to 1 million? Of course you are. You're not even that far away. Next stream, like, you'll be like at just like 1 away from getting 1 million, and after I'll make it sound there's like no matter what you get, you lose points. Okay, I like this song. This is nice. What the heck? Did I just get... Okay. I think I got myself stuck. There it is. I can hear my heartbeat. There we go. Still hear it. To Google I go, into the hole. As we all know, Google is just a bottomless pit. Okay, what if I like completely close the door? Oh, it just opens back up, okay. And I already tried completely opening the door. Let me try getting this off. Oh, dang. Okay, we can't go back. Also, I meant something about a mirror and a cabinet. A mirror in a cabinet. I'm assuming they mean this one, this mirror. But I have no idea how to get to it. And in a cabinet? What? How do you get a mirror in a cabinet? What? Oh, unless they mean this cabinet. In which case, again, how are you supposed to get it? Oh, I do remember something about a mirror. It's looking down. What? You didn't skip class this time. Oh yeah, that's a win. Bean didn't skip class. Yeah, it's very good to see you, Bean. Especially since you did not skip class this time. How are you doing today? Did your classes go well? You won't be staying? That's fine. Still good to see you. You need to sneak past it? Is it really that simple? Really? No running or jumping, or you die. It's that simple? I tried going without, you know, like without running or jumping, just like walking. But apparently you just have to. Really? Really? Rude game. Rude. So I don't want to push that over, but I could just hide afterwards. So. Oh no. Where did they go? I guess get ready for a jump scare. Because this is probably gonna go wrong. Oh no. Also, that got me. I missed. My depth perception missed. The vase. Murder, murder. I'm almost home. You're almost home? That's nice. I see you, I think. I supposed to go? I'm supposed to reflect the power, aren't I? I'm supposed to get into the light. Okay. There's more? More than 3 hits? Isn't that frowned upon in most games? There's 5 hits, isn't there? Okay, I think now we're just gonna go into rapid fire. Okay. This music really does not fit. Yeah, there's nothing I can do. Oh, am I gonna do what I think I'm gonna do? Ew. Ew. I think I'm about to eat them. That or they're about to jump scare me. If I am about to eat them, then this will be a really big meal. Okay then. Oh. 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 No. No, no, no. No, 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 no. Oh. music. Wow. Because I'm pretty sure the only way I can stop the music from playing is if I also take away the sound from the game. Right? Wait. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know which one it is. I think there is a way that I could do it, it's just I don't know which one it is. Which is kind of awkward. Do I just like own this place now? Dang. I can't run. I'm just absorbing all of them. Like a living monster. This is awesome. I just own this place now. Assuming there's gonna be the chefs. Oh, or is it just a light? Okay. Dang. Kite! It's Kite! It's Kite! Hi, Kite! Kite! Hi! It's Kite! That was good. That was a really good game. That was a really good game. But dang, that ending. Yo, that. And they haven't made a sequel to this? Like, yes, they have made a sequel, but it's a prequel sequel. It's a game that came out after the first one, but it takes place before. We haven't gotten a sequel. What? You can't just end it like that? I need the lore! The lore! And I don't think anyone is here to have seen that ending. Why? Why did no one see this? Yo, that was so cool. Yeah. All of these people that have gone past the stream and that will go past the screen. Wow. Wow. Amazing. Like, that was so cool. But why isn't there a sequel? Why did they just stick us with a prequel? Why? Wow. Just wow. That was good. And getting to see Kite again for the final time, like, perfect. Perfect. And again, I'm not going to say it, but I know how the second one ends. And wow. I don't think this series is not one for positive endings. Wow. It just really isn't. How long are these credits? Yeah, none of the buttons I'm pressing seem to be working. Oh well. Yeah, an amazing game. I will play the second one eventually once I, get money and can do it. Until then, what we'll end up doing is I have multiple games to play. Not really. I have a Portal mod. We can also mix in some Genshin Impact. We can end up putting in the Slime Ranch. Slime Ranch, we can end up playing a bit of that again. Yeah, so we can mix all those in for a little bit until eventually end up getting a screen capture. And what that will do is make it so that I can capture my Nintendo Switch screen onto my laptop, and that'll last me for a while. Because just the games that I have not played yet should probably last me at probably at least at very least halfway to my birthday, probably longer. And then the other half, I can maybe just replay games or something like that. Maybe do some challenge runs. Ooh, there's also a Portal 2 multiplayer. Now, I don't have friends, so I'm gonna have to end up asking someone to end up playing with me. Or I could end up doing a little glitch thing that I've heard about, or like a little hack thing, I guess, I don't know, to end up playing both players and like switching between the two within a press of a button. I don't know. Also, the music at these credits are they're very, very cool. But wow, one, this has taken forever, and two, these are totally copyrighted. So this section of the VOD is getting muted. Whoa. Hold up. Hold up. Thank you for playing. Yo. Thank you for letting me play. This game was awesome. Oh man, I can't. I'm pressing backspace. Just a very, very slow thing. There we go. That was very, very good. Extras. I want to see. Oh, there's another mask. You can have a teacup mask. You can probably get some more as you go along. There's concept art. Oh, that looks cool. That's a little table near the area that we first met Kite. That looks cool too. I don't even know what that is, but that's cool. That's credits that we just saw. Okay. Make sure we'll make it to intermissions. So, right now we have a choice, and I don't know if anyone's actually in chat, but if anyone is in chat, here are our options.
So my in-laws just called to let us know they're on their way over, and
Okay, so we are going to end up taking that. That's the okay. If anyone is in chat at all, what your choices are Genshin or a Portal 2 mod called Portal Stories Mel. I don't think anyone's in chat, so I'm going to choose the Portal Stories, but yeah. Portal Stories Mel. Options. Turn that down. say that works. Okay. Yeah, I know very, very little about this mod, so this will be fun. Portal Stories Mel. Are there more Portal stories? I don't know. Maybe. Chapter 1952.
Is this thing on?
That's loud.
Yeah, okay.
Options. Audio. Down a bit. Cave Johnson.
Greetings, astronaut, war hero, or Olympian. My name's Cave Johnson, and boy, do I have something to show you. You're here because you're the best the world has to offer. I don't say that lightly, mind you, so take that as one of the biggest compliments you'll ever get in your life.
Oh, nice.
Even if you don't know who I am.
Nice.
In the beginning, I started a shower curtain company, making asbestos-laden shower curtains for the military. But I kept dreaming bigger and better. And you know what? That dreaming became doing. Lots of doing. Which brought you here. You're riding into the little Michigan town of... wait. Where are we again?
Hi, Lynn. How are you doing today?
Okay, so... This town doesn't have a name yet, as we're the ones who built it, but that doesn't matter. Point is, you're riding there, and you'll soon be at Aperture Science Innovators. We're still getting some of this stuff together, but there's a lot of science we can do in the meantime. You've been selected from a large group of candidates for a special test in our temporary testing areas. When the train arrives at the station, head into the town and into the Aperture building. Don't worry, you'll know where it is. You'll get some more pre-recorded messages once you're there. Now, get ready to do some science. For now, though, we're gonna put on some nice music for you. Enjoy the ride.
Okay. Yeah, hi, Lynn. How are you doing today? Yeah, as you can see, we are playing a Portal 2 mod. Aperture Science. That was Cave Johnson. A old, think of him as the old Gladys. But, you know, less evil. Ooh, people.
Alright, you're now arriving at Aperture Central Station. Wait. Chris, get over here. How do you spell station? Okay, think about that for a second. Okay.
What?
Does station have an extra O before the I? Alright, listen to me. Pack your things. Because you're fired! Get out of my office.
We just witnessed a person being fired.
Out of my office. Oh, I can't re-record this.
Yeah, we are currently in 1952. Oh. Yeah, it's called, Portal Stories Mel.
Now, as I said before, there's a lot we're still working on. Just watch your step on the way out, and as a reminder, Aperture Science Innovators is not responsible for any injury you sustain, up to and including death by exposure to cosmic ray spallation. Don't worry though, we haven't had an accident like that in 3 days. Sorry. Make that 3 minutes. Here at Aperture Science Innovators, we love to give back to the community. So, instead of just giving back, we made our own community, entirely made out of Aperture Science malleable concrete, on top of the salt mines. And that's exactly why you shouldn't touch the walls or stomp your feet either. Last thing we need is to touch it. I told you it was easy to find. You found it faster than any test subjects on record. That's not good. Anyway, just get through the door on the right to the elevator. You'll know where to go.
Hey! Yeah, this is Carolyn. This is the person who eventually becomes Gladys. it's good just applying for CE right now. What's CE? Community entertainment. I don't know. Do you mind, Mr. Door? Yeah, it's
So,
Port?
at first, I
Really?
wanted to put in a long flight of stairs that spiraled down through the old salt mines down here. Give the test subjects a great view of the place. But no! The zoning boards on my bean counters said that's why they invented elevators. So, when someone in a wheelchair threatened to sue, my former boys chickened out of me and built this elevator to go to our temporary offices. I'm still working on those stairs, and those guys are working on getting new jobs. Seriously though, the stairs aren't ready, so get on that stupid elevator.
wow, a little loud, guys. But yeah, it's called Mel because in the development of Portal 2, they're considering not playing as Chell and playing as this new character named Mel, and that's where they got the name. But, you know, obviously that didn't actually happen. They decided to continue with
we're always
Chell.
trying to push the boundaries of science that little bit more.
Yes.
That's why we're taking on this new project.
Ooh, a car.
When bean counters told me not to buy a salt mine to do all this science, the first thing they said was, "No, there's too much space. You can't suspend something over nothing and pray that a test can happen in thin air." Well, thanks to some use of the old calculator between the ears and a generous helping of the "you're fired" stamp, I came up with a final solution to that. If you can't anchor something in thin air, why
gel.
bother trying to make it in the air in the first place?
Yeah.
I came up with this. Introducing the Aperture Science
There
Innovators
it is.
Suspended Testing Sphere.
Oh yeah.
Each sphere is suspended in the air, anchored to the walls by concrete and steel lattice rebar. They seem like they float in the air, but in fact, they don't. Plus, we can keep building above them, onward and upward. This salt mine here can take at least 10 of these bad boys per shaft. 9 shafts,
Whoa.
90 tests. We can test whatever we want to, and beat that other company into the ground. Black Mesa. Those guys can kiss my...
Sir, that's being recorded.
Anyway, the bean counters cried like babies when they saw the cost of these things, but they wet their pants when I threw them out the door. I pay the bills, I make the decisions around here, and I hire and fire as I please.
Yeah.
Now, the first of these spheres won't be ready for a few more months, so
Yeah.
you'll be participating in one of our smaller tests, the Aperture Science Innovators Short-Term Relaxation Volt.
Okay. So that explains, like, we'll be probably inside of a little nap stasis to end up seeing how long we can end up surviving inside of it from 1952 into whenever the game takes place. I presume it probably takes place in between the first two games because that's usually where they take place with Portal 2 mods. It's concurrent enrollment. Basically, it's taking college classes.
When you get to the offices, I'll tell you a bit more. This test should be real easy for you, though. Just get inside one of the Aperture Science Innovators short-term relaxation vaults and lie in a bed. You'll feel yourself fall asleep quickly.
Yep.
Don't worry, though. Our science boys will get you out shortly. You'll only be out for a few minutes. An hour at most if something goes wrong. Don't worry. We've got everything under control. You'll be making science, and you won't have to do a thing. Who's the winner here?
Nice.
You are.
Nice. Okay. Basically, taking college classes that you're also taking during school. Oh, it's those things. I remember those things. I think next year I can take one. That'd explain why you're enrolling in them. That makes sense. Yeah. And also can finish these classes before college and earn college credits. Yeah.
So, as I said on the last pre-recorded message, you'll be heading into an Aperture Science Innovators short-term relaxation vault for a quick, deep sleep. And then you're done. That's why we brought you here at night. You're most likely a walking zombie. That'll give us the best results. But just remember, don't stay too long. This isn't a bed and breakfast. And if you decide to stay tonight, I'm charging you rent for the next year. We'll have a bed ready for you. Just follow the testing area signs and go to bed. Don't mind the turrets. They're firing blanks. At least that's what Crazy Harry told me. Had 6 signs boys disappear because of him.
2056. Interesting. Cave Johnson, that's the person talking to us. Did you finish Little Nightmares? Yes, I just finished it before starting this game. Like, you came right after I finished the game. Yeah, it was really fun. And wow, that ending was dark. Like, wow. Oh wait, you can't take them as a freshman? I'm not a freshman. I'm a sophomore and I can't even take them. Weird. Interesting. Because they let us do it? Or am I misunderstanding? I don't know. My best guess is that we cannot do it inside of freshman year. Maybe there was a chance for us to end up, like, doing it next year, and I just missed that. Or this year, I mean. That is a possibility, but I'm pretty sure we could not do it freshman year. Interesting. Oh, environment by a salt mine. Typewriters. Clock. Very loud clock, if you ask me. They let you do it as soon as you start high school? Weird. I don't know, maybe my school's just weird. Wouldn't it be the first time? Supposed to go? That's the toilets. Okay.
Don't worry, those turrets won't kill you. The safety on their guns is on. Had some lab boys shut them down. Crazy Harry lied to me.
I'm just gonna trust that. Okay. Huh.
If you're hearing this message, you're at the sleeping chamber. Carolyn, is the test ready?
Yes, sir, Mr. Johnson.
Then you're good to go. Step into the chamber and get into the bed. Our lab boys will take care of the rest.
So you to sleep, okay. Because I'm a freshman and they're telling us to do it? Huh. Yeah. I'm pretty sure they didn't let us do it freshman year. They probably let us do it this year and I just missed the memo. I don't know. And we're out. Huh. Cool. I'm only supposed to sleep for an hour. What happened in that hour?
Is this thing on? Hello?
Yes.
Hello? Can you hear me? Oh, right, you can't answer. I'm so sorry, astronaut, Olympian, or war hero. There was a slight problem with the test. Don't worry though.
You think?
We got shot okay. Nothing's different. Nothing's changed. Just head out of the chamber. I'll tell you a bit more out there.
Only a little bit's changed.
Don't worry about the height. Had a few of my scientists make what's called long fall aperture science innovators long fall boots. That was easier to think of than I thought.
Okay. You have bullets.
Pick that yellow device up. Don't worry, it's not hazardous. I've had the scientists leave you a new device to help you. Yeah, that's right. A new test. Congratulations! You get to test something else now. Double the experiments for you.
Oh. What yellow device are you? Oh, okay. Whoa.
There's an open door nearby. Should take you out of the building. You'll need that new test to move around. Don't worry though, we built the building like this.
Okay.
Don't worry about that. It's just a new drilling test we're doing down below. Yeah, to get the salt mines deeper, to get more testing spheres in. Yeah, that's it. Just ignore that.
Cave Johnson. Warning, warning, red flags.
Don't mind all this too. We just had earthquakes. Lots of earthquakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get lots of those here in Michigan.
Okay, so this takes place in Michigan. Funny. Okay. Does Michigan get a lot of earthquakes? Is that true? Lynn, is there any chance you just like know that information off the top of your head?
These earthquakes even shook up time a bit. Some stuff from the future got here. Yeah, that's how it's here. Don't worry, it's still 1952. Adlai Stevenson is still president. Alright, so, the earthquakes. Kinda did some redecorating in here. Destroyed the door too. You'll have to find another way out.
No bullets. I have no idea. Yeah. Okay, what do you attach to? Nothing? Okay. Yeah.
There's gotta be something you can
figured.
use to launch yourself over the door. There has to be another way out.
I see.
I know, things might look different than what you're used to.
No,
but,
really?
While you were spending that little time sleeping, we
Little
had
time.
some aperture science nanomachines come in and build all this stuff. Yeah, that's it. They're quick little guys. Faster than any science guy I got.
Okay.
Now, I just want to make sure you know something before you go any further. We have these new inventions called emancipation grids in place to prevent objects from moving around to other tests. Now,
Yes.
some guy decided that it would be a good idea to make ones that prevent people from going through, and install one where people needed to go through.
Okay. That's an odd choice. Like a really, really odd choice. Like, who decided this? Yeah, so Lynn, I could be wrong here. Like, don't quote me on this or anything, but I'm starting to think that this guy's lying. What do you think? That's the ones that we can't get through, I assume. Yeah, do you think that this guy is lying? Because, like, look at these things. What even are these things? They look like they have the base of a typewriter, but then they got this screen right here. Like, what kind of screen could end up having that any information on it anyways, with it being so small and minuscule? Everyone knows computers will only get bigger. I would have never guessed, I know, right? Very trustworthy. Huh. Okay. What am I supposed to do then?
Turn the power off, you can easily turn it back on. That switch isn't like the rest of them. The others trip a circuit breaker that causes an entire part of the facility's power grid to blow up. I think these switches were designed for 2 people. Maybe your new test can help.
What, can I not do it from the side? Really? Okay, now it's just not working. Am I missing something there? What? It's just not pulling, okay. What? This man is lying through his teeth, indeed. Huh. What am I supposed to do then? Because... Okay. Right here. 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 Let in line. Okay. It won't even let me pull the switch, though. Does me support higher resolution? Yeah. Hello, a not-so-spooky skeleton. How you doing today? Thank you for telling me that. Oh, I see. Let's just look. Oh, that's much better. Thank you for telling me that, skeleton. But yeah, how are you doing today? Oh wait, I know what I'm supposed to do. If I... maybe. Or not.
Remember, you can always turn the power on or off again.
Here we are. I can go even higher? Yeah, okay. I'll do that in a second. Cool. Wow. Okay, let's go too far. What's this? Okay, yeah. This feels like the most normal. This feels like how it is set inside the normal Portal game, so I think I'm gonna stick with this. This mod does have a soundtrack. Click the aspect ratio button. Ah. Oh. Oh, okay, that's nice. That's good. Thank you. Thank you again, Skeleton. I really do appreciate it. Weird. Oh, there we go. Really? That worked. It can go to the monitor's native resolution. So we changed the resolution button. But yeah. Isn't it like a thing though if you end up changing it to like the native resolution, and it can sometimes slow the thing down? And I'm going on a laptop and not a computer, which means that it doesn't... and with the addition of streaming, too much stuff at once isn't too nice. Huh. Weird. Oh, there's something.
The new testing track is just through here.
crow. I recognize you. I recognize that crow.
Oh, that's meant to happen. Just to test your reflexes. You know, after your short sleep.
Yeah. Sorry if that was loud, everyone. Wow. Okay. Okay. Yeah, figured. That was a jump scare and a half? Yeah. Check the graphics. Game the native. Fine. Oh, there it is. Yeah, that was scary. It probably wouldn't have been as scary if I was fully looking at the thing. But no, it was just at like the edge of my eye, it just started falling. Wow, that is bright.
Ah yes, Bravo Volta, the... hold on. 5th testing track, yes, 5th. You'll
Fifth.
need a portal device to get
Wait.
through. Sorry, I meant a portable quantum tunneling device. Look, it's in your hands right now.
Yes.
The scientists did their job. You'll do fine.
You'll do fine. Okay. Okay. Look, it's in your hands. You'll do fine. Ooh, a box. Too much viewing. Game at the lowest resolution possible. It doesn't scale to your resolution. I can try changing it a little bit. Oh, the wrong thing. Okay. Okay. Tell me if the stream gets laggy at all. Okay. Well, I have a box. That's a thing. Oh, gravity. I'll just do this, that makes more sense. Interesting. And I know that I can make that box pass through that, but I cannot. And when it comes to the blue ones, I can pass through, but the box can't. Interesting. But how you doing today, Skeleton? Has your day been good? Okay. Interesting. So if I was to... that do? Oh, it got rid of the thing. Is that temporary? Doesn't look like it. Okay, that's useful. Okay, so what can I do with that? Hopefully this doesn't fling too far. That totally flung too far. Oh god. So we'll just do this. Okay, that gives me a feel for how high we can jump on that. Where is the button we're supposed to be going to? I'd assume what we're supposed to be doing is getting it stuff that like falls down this thing, launches at this portal, bounces off of that, and then it lands over there. That, or maybe we're supposed to do that. Maybe we're supposed to do it with the box? I don't know. Okay, that was a close call. Maybe we can... There we go. I'll do this. Okay, so there. Nice.
Now everything about this test is lead-lined, according to my 1950s notes here in my 1950s filing cabinet. It says it's harmful to humans. I mean, not harmful to humans. You'll be okay. Perfectly fine. Nothing to worry about. Oh, and don't worry about the boxes. We got a ton backstocked ready for this kind of thing. Thrown at the wall, destroyed, rinse and repeat. Useless little things. Made them in an hour.
I just ate 2 pieces of pan. Okay. I know you taught me this. Just a second. Mahar. I said that wrong, but that's the best we're gonna get. And I just love it so much. Hungry Paimon. Oh my god. Welcome back, crew. Has it been 2 hours? Because I don't think it's been 2 hours yet. Worth a shot. That worked. Okay. So we need to get the box up here somehow. Been like 1 to 15 minutes. Yeah, I figured. I was like, I don't think it's been 2 hours yet. I don't think it's even been an hour yet. What are you doing here? But yeah, but seriously though, what are you doing here? Go to sleep, crew. Please. And hello, Arrow as well. Welcome back. I finished. Okay. I finished Little Nightmares, as you can see. No. Okay. Okay, now it's just... Dang it. Okay. Well, I soft-locked myself. I think. Okay. Wait, did I? I can probably just press the button again. Where's the button? I forgot. What? Did the game know I soft-locked myself? What? Anyways. Again, definitely not how I'm supposed to end up solving this, but oh well. Like... So cool. Exactly. You worked before. Can you just work now, please? Should the game allow me to do this? No. But it breaks the game, and I find that fact hilarious. That's what happened. Okay. Let's actually try to solve this thing. It's 6 a.m. Okay, still. Yeah, it's not really your strong suit. Even with autocorrect, you couldn't spell. And that's the reason that you got rid of autocorrect. So I think it's fair to say that, yeah, it's not your strongest suit in the world. What does that do? This isn't gonna go too far. What? How am I supposed to solve this with one cube? Because I can't get more than one. I can't get the one from before. So what am I supposed to do? What does that even do? Wait, what? It just lets out another one? What? Okay, I see. Found a way to cheese the game, and I'm not willing to give up on it yet. Really? It should work. It's just the problem that it isn't, you know? How am I supposed to do this? I think I'm going to school tomorrow. Because of the temperature? Or do you mean like you're just skipping? Because I disagree with the fact of you skipping. But if it's because of the temperature, then fair enough. Huh. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What? Really? This is just ridiculous. Anyways. Anyways, that's one problem solved. Okay. Yeah, this is interesting because usually with the game, being able to reset the cube is just a mechanic, just to help you if you need it. But here, it actually is intended by the game, which tells me that this is going to be a really interesting, but also really fun mod to end up playing. The fact that it's using this inside of a different way than most would use it, like, that's interesting. Just like work, you know? Really? Yeah, how have you guys spent your days? Has it been fun? There we go.
You're not dead. That means that high toxicity lead didn't get in the air and,
yeah.
I mean, great job, astronaut, Olympian, or war hero. You really are a merit to science. Or
Indeed.
something like that. Just remember the Nuremberg Olympics.
Yeah.
Now see, this test uses the new Aperture Science Innovators Propulsion Gel. It allows you to... No, wait, hold on. This record says they didn't make that until the 70s. Never you mind that. Just, solve science.
Okay. Okay. This hasn't happened since 2016? Wow, really? Huh. Like, you haven't had it happened at your school at all? Wow. And mostly just trying to chill a bit before homework time. Fair enough. Oh, this is the, okay. Oh, I see. I did that wrong. There we go. figured I might have had to do that here and then there. Yeah. Lynn, whenever you do it, I hope, I wish you luck on your homework. Right there, okay. Okay, so I'm supposed to propel myself there somehow. How, though? I have no idea. School was fairly okay. We had a fight today, or 3, I don't know. How do you not know if it's 1 or 3 fights? Or were you, like, not there when it happened? This reminds me. Inside of, what grade was it? 6th grade, I think. There was a quote-unquote fight. It was, like, before school started. None of the teachers cared at all. And you want to know why? It wasn't a fight. It just wasn't. Nothing happened. It like one person called the other one stupid, and then that was pretty well. Like they just kept on insulting each other verbally, but there was a full-on crowd around everyone, as if it was like I don't know what was happening. Like that made no sense. Yeah, and throughout the entire day they were going like, man, you threw so many punches, and I'm like, no they didn't. I could see the whole thing from the sideline. I was just like sitting on the side, just doing my thing. And it was just like over there. And they could see like through the people that they were just like chilling there, and it's like, no, like, nothing happened. What do you mean? Okay. Okay, so right here, I need to put the blue gel. Right there, and right there. Okay. How was my day? Pretty normal, honestly. Nothing really happened that I can remember. Oh, wait. There is one... Ah, no, wait, you guys are... Okay, never mind. You guys already know that. Yeah, I have no idea. Can I see that from here? I can. Oh. Okay. That solves that problem. Okay. Anyways, we're just gonna ignore that happened. Yeah, wow, you guys move fast. What? 3 fights? Yeah, I don't know. It was the bench. What? It was the bench Mexicans. They're interesting characters. What does bench mean? Do you mean like they were just sitting on the bench, or what? I should probably elaborate on the bench part. Yeah. Your school must be interesting. Dude, I'm so lost, Len. Yeah. And now I've really gotten lost in the chat. Where did everything go? At your school? there's in the upper hall, and there's benches there. And a certain group of Mexicans are just always sitting there. Okay. Yeah, my school. Yeah, I figured. Oh, that makes more sense. Yeah. Okay. That explains it. Why is there a bench on the upstairs? I'm not gonna question it, I guess. And it was just a group and their friends that had a fight outside of the cafeteria. I thought it was just a random nickname. Oh yeah. Hey, bench. You wanna fight? That sounds like an insult. Like, can you imagine being called a bench? Like, that really does just sound like an insult. I feel like I'd be offended if anybody called me a bench.
Alright, hold up a second, Mel. I don't think you're that stupid that you're going to fall for this anymore. I'll be blunt now. I'm not Cave Johnson.
No, really?
This isn't the 1950s. Everyone you knew and loved is dead.
Wow.
And now you're stuck here in Aperture Science, down with the trash. Like me. After everyone left because of that boat.
That boat?
Which
The boy?
I'm sure you already knew, but whatever. However, I can get us out of here. If you're willing to let a voice in the sky who just told you he was lying the entire time he was talking to you control nearly every movement you make.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Sure.
I'll just take your silence as a yes.
Yeah.
Oh, right. You can't answer me. Just do what I say and you'll be fine. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah, you were like extremely bummed. All of your loved ones, all of your family, they're all dead. Like, yeah, I get it, it's the future, but like, you didn't have to be that blunt. Like, dang, that was, wow. And one of my friends saw one of the fights, but another said it was a group fight. Olin, did time tell you about... Okay, I'm switching over to the chat on the actual thing, because then that's easier. Oh, Lynn, did time tell you about me eating a block of coffee cheese? I did not bring that up. You should tell that story. That wasn't too good after a while. Yeah. It's a very big hall, so there's benches on the sides, I guess, but like... Okay, and this does that. Weird. That didn't get nearly far enough. Stop. 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 There's another name for them, but I can't remember, so I'll just call them the benches. Or the Benjis. I knew it. He has more of an accent than the first narrator did. Yeah. Cave Johnson's actually died a long time ago, because he died to cancer, I think. Skin cancer of some sort. Due to the gels that we are currently playing with and stuff. That stuff? Yeah. Oh, I see what I'm supposed to do. Yeah. That stuff gives you skin cancer, and we're just messing around with it, but whatever. That was brutal, it really was. What? What happened between that and that I missed? Also, Jupiter, I can imagine you wouldn't feel well after that. Yeah, like... Did you expect to feel good after that, Aaron? Why is this so unpredictable? It's the same cube. What? That's a close call, but anyways. Just gonna... Come on! Okay, I think it was actually in the thing, it's just... Apparently when those things get activated, they don't go right away. There we go! Why are they so unpredictable? Okay. Okay, I really need to get through chat now because like I'm way behind. I also got an hour of sleep last night. Nap time is in session. Does that mean you're going to sleep, Lynn? Last night was eventful to say the least. Yeah, I bet. I did, yeah, but again, dump pea brain. Okay. Ah, I see. So I'm supposed to do this, and then this, and then... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Well, that's a problem. Oh, am I supposed to go through first? Because that does leave me with a question. Multiple questions, actually. We'll see. Okay. Ah, I see. I did not place you on that blue. No, sorry. That's not good at all. Because then... You've got to be kidding me. Yeah, you should go to sleep, Jupiter. Yeah, that's most likely. It's just that it's falling from the same angle every time, but yeah. Dang it. Don't. Yeah, there's just not enough time. There it goes. Restart. Good. Okay, do that. And then what? Because I need it to fall. Dang it. Oh, sleep when I finish my hip pocket. Hot pocket, I assume? Ah, yes, the hit pocket, indeed. My favorite kind of pockets. Okay, so there, 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 there. Thank you. Oh, that would have made a lot more sense. Anyways. I'm being bullied. I can't believe this. Wow, I am so sorry. That, like, even with my sound destabilizers, that probably was loud. Very sorry about that. It looks so gross. I'm assuming you mean the sludge, maybe? Maybe if you let it bounce, it'll come off. No. When you end up getting a blue cube, the intention is to bounce all around.
So
that's from the original game.
Before, you get why I said all that, right? I'd rather not have my one chance of escape have a panic attack and die on me after years of being suspended in a faulty relaxation vault. Which could be a real possibility, because as my records show, the old test could cause heart attacks after small exposure to the chemicals. And you were pumped full of them. So,
what?
Let's all just take a breath and start over. My name's Virgil. I'm a core from up in the Enrichment Center. And before you even think of asking, yes, there is a building above you, and yes, I came from it. I'm not crazy. Don't be too alarmed, though. A lot's changed since you got put on ice.
If you don't know what a core is, it's basically those little ball things that Wheatley was. Wheatley was a core. Spain, indeed. Come on, Venus, let's bully Lynn now. But yeah, the whole intention was like there was a whole entire level where you had to end up making this thing blue gelled and then make it bounce around. And the only way you can wash it off was with a water, but they didn't have water in that level, so not an option. Okay, that is possible. Hopefully the cube got up there. It did. Okay. That's what a crazy person would say. Oh, and I can't even like disprove that because I have said before, since I have a different stream, that I wasn't crazy, and that was you guys were both. I think you guys were both there when I was talking about how the moon had turned 90 degrees inside of the slime game. Like, I'm still convinced I'm not crazy about that. But like, that was a full-on rant. I'm pretty sure that's clipped. I'm pretty sure my craziness was clipped. Interesting. What did that do for me? Okay, turn that one off, but turn this one on. Okay. go through that too. Huh. Okay. Game. Game. Don't do this to me. Game. Game. There it is. The audio turned off? Do you mean audio as in the, like me? Anyone else? Oh wait, is it because I just went quiet? That's because my brother walked in. Or do you mean like literally all sound? Because like can you still hear like the background noise? And like the game and stuff?
Good job, Mel. See that pipe there that the repulsion gel's leaking on? That'll take you to the pumping station. Jump down and walk on it. Oh, and try not to fall off. That goo down there is corrosive, and it doesn't like human skin.
Arrow, can you hear me? Okay. Yeah, I have stream open on my side. It's definitely picking up sound and my voice and everything. Okay, so you are back. Lynn, did you hear like the background noise and like the game and everything? You just didn't hear me? 2056. Is that the same thing as before? Interesting. Oh no. Everything just froze? Oh, wow. Yeah, because I was gonna say, if it was just that me went silent...
According to my records of this room, there should be a turret shooting range at the far side of the room.
Correct.
If you can get through there, you should be able to get to the 4th testing track. That'll take you up to where I am.
Anyways, yeah, I was gonna end up saying if it was just that I went silent, that's because my brother walked in, so I just stopped talking for a second. But if everything just froze, I'm pretty sure that wasn't caused by someone walking in. Got it. Yeah, no, that was weird. Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, I can just... okay. Ah. But that would have been cool. Okay. Interesting. Oh no. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so since I don't know what to talk about, how about I give you guys an update on the emotes? Not much has changed. I guess to be fair, I have changed a little bit. I took a picture. You guys saw the picture, I guess. I took a picture of the drawing of the emotes.
Good. That gel should help you get past those turrets.
Yes, yes, it should.
Great. Should be a straight shot to the next testing track. Go to that door down at the very end. You know, the one with the giant wheel on it. Do it again. It'll open this time, I swear. Just give it some elbow grease. Oh, come on, you've got this. One more shot. Well, great. You can fling yourself all over the place and get past some old turrets that are firing live rounds, but you can't get a door open?
Sorry.
What kind of Olympian are you?
Sorry.
Alright. Let's see what
I
we
could
can
also
do.
be an astronaut.
There's a longer route through a repulsion gel pumping station. Guess you're going to have to go that way.
But yeah,
You can get through this pumping station and prepare yourself to get out of Bravo Volta into the Lima Whiskey testing track. That should bring you closer to me and to your own escape from this facility. All right, I know what you're thinking. What on earth is going on here? Well, Aperture's early tests weren't always that successful. You were unlucky. That was the worst test Cave Johnson ever greenlit. But it's nice for me to have an Olympian at my disposal. Yeah, I have that information from you at the 1936 Nuremberg Olympics. You should have gotten that silver medal.
thank you. What am I doing? Hi, Sneap. How you doing today?
The local zoo made an offer we couldn't refuse, so you may encounter several grizzly bears and/or lions in this next test.
But yeah. Those are turrets. Why are the turrets always redirecting? But yeah, like I was saying before. I end up taking a picture of the emo and I end up drawing over it on my laptop. And I added in some extra detail and stuff. It sucks. I need to add some shading to it. It's just I can't find. I'm trying to add good shading, but it's just not working out. You're doing good? That's good to hear. I'm doing pretty good as well. I ended up finishing a little Nightmares. So that was fun. Interesting. Worth a shot.
Those of you that smoke may want to steer clear of this next one. We've coated the propulsion gel in gasoline. Thought it might increase the acceleration properties of the gel. Turns out it's just extremely flammable and ignites
Interesting.
when you run on it.
Oh, fun. Yeah, I finished Little Nightmares. That was fun. What an ending! Like, it was very, very cool.
Good. You know
I don't know
how
if that's
to
considered
find
a
the
happy
elevator
ending.
out of here. Don't get me wrong. I admire your enthusiasm, but I would have told you if that was working. They boarded it up when they kept building above this facility. Sorry, but that's not gonna do anything. The chairs are comfy though.
Okay. Boreal. Yeah, that's what I was talking about before. That I never got back to.
And our good luck just ran out.
Okay.
I can't override the locks to that test chamber. Maybe there's a way over it. See if there's anything you can use.
But yeah, inside the Portal game exists in the same universe as a game called Half-Life. Inside of Half-Life, a big part of it, inside like the second one maybe? I don't know. I'm not really much of a Half-Life fan as I am a Portal fan. But yeah. But there's a ship called the Borealis, and I don't even remember where it is. That's why I never actually went to it. But there's somewhere inside of Portal 2 a secret where you can actually find where the Borealis used to like be. I think it was like teleported away inside of Half-Life or something. I don't know. But yeah, so
All right, look, I'm sorry for what I said back there. We're in this together. You're my ticket out of the junkyard down here.
Yep.
I'm your ticket to the outside world.
Yep.
I'll do my best to keep the insults at a minimum.
Thank you. Yeah, so that's what they're meaning by the ship that caused everything to end up going down. That's what I'm assuming they're talking about, the Borealis leaving. Different brushes help a Loi 5. Different brushes help a lot.
I kind of have a bit of bad news. Yeah, I know. You don't want to hear any more bad news after the security override. I couldn't do. My records of this sphere are out of date, to say the least. There should be an exit after the third section of this test. However, I don't know if getting there will be that easy. You got it in you, though. You're my Olympian, who might not have a beating heart anymore.
Thanks. Okay. Oh, that did not go as planned. Maybe it did. I don't know. We'll see. Not really, no. Are you making emotes? Yes. Poorly, but I am. Okay. Nice. Follow age? Ooh, nearly a month. Nice. It should be, I'm pretty... You came to the first stream, didn't you? 23 days ago. 25. Yeah, so... Yeah, you came to the first stream, which means you'll end up reaching 1 month on February 2nd. Yes, I did memorize my first stream date. I even have it written down. Because, yeah. Huh. Nice. It felt like longer. I'm gonna take that as a compliment. I don't know if that's meant as a compliment. Should I take that as a compliment? God, it felt like forever. No, I'm joking. I know you don't mean like that. Probably. Okay. Okay. So that means that over here I need to... Why? Just why? Oh, that does work. Alright. Okay. Oh, really? Okay. There. There. Dang it. I'll do this right eventually. And now I'm just dead. Yeah, Sneep, how have you been enjoying your day? Have you been doing anything interesting lately? Anything that may just be like, wow, I did that. You know? Dead as a doornail, pretty much, yeah. Well, that's something. Do you guys... I'm assuming by the phrase you just said that you say nail, but do you say screw or do you say nail? Huh. Okay. Gravity. Oh, I see. Because I say nail.
Wait a second, I'm getting some strange voice coming through. I'll patch it through.
Scanning Lima Whiskey, 70% complete. No vital signs detected. Initiating flooding procedure.
That's coming
What?
up from new aperture.
Bad idea. Bad.
My scans are going nuts.
Yeah.
Something's happening.
Flooding?
The sphere's unstable. Get out of here. Run!
Where? I'm assuming that the thing's about to flood. But where do I go? There? Nope. Oh. Not fun. Please. Oh, I'm about to be crushed. What? I'm so confused. What causes everything? I'm panicking under pressure. Oh no. Yeah. What do I do? I'm panicking. Here. What did that do for me? There. I did that. So here. Okay. How do I get myself to, like, launch there, though? Oh, I see. Or not. What? So, there. That didn't help me at all. I'm pretty sure that's what's happening. I'm pretty sure I'm about to be crushed. What is that doing for me? Breathe. Breathe me. I see. I think. But how am I supposed to get over there? Am I supposed to... Huh? Okay. So I'm assuming that this... I'm supposed to somehow fall into the blue portal and out of that one. Probably from there, but how? You know? Because as soon as I place it over there, it won't be over there anymore. So... what? You know? And I can't get over there like that. Maybe I can. I'm not the brightest. Clearly. There we go. Okay. So. Or something like that. Dang it. Am I gonna have to redo that now? Dang it. That was a loud one. What did that do for me? I got rid of that thing. Okay. What does this do again? It gets rid of that. Okay. And that means I can do what? Because I'd launch through there, and then what? I need to have like another cube, right? What? What people say screw? I don't know, but apparently some people say screw, and I'm like, what? Okay, that does that. Do this. Like, I'm not crazy, right? Like this. If I do this, theoretically, all I have to do is like launch myself, and I should be faster, but I'm not. Why? I don't know. Okay. Water under pressure. You would think there's another cube somewhere. You'd think, but wait. Oh. I see. The fact that I missed that. It's fine. Everything's fine. Okay, so there. Got it, eventually. Are we gonna see this thing crumble? Please, no. I want to see it crumble. That'd be so cool. That would have been so cool. But I guess not. Wow, spikes. Update, we saw it crumbled. Yeah. So update, we saw part of it crumble. Okay. Again, if I was to guess this, either one takes place before the second game, but after the first game, or maybe
That explosion blew the whole toxic goo pump station apart. It's letting flood waters out. We gotta get out of here. It's not safe. Get through the control centers. There's a transition seal leading up to where I am. Hurry, before this whole place floods or comes down.
Or it takes place after the second game, and that explains why it's all falling apart. Gladys is making it fall apart because she's getting rid of her Carolyn side.
It's exploding. Rocks are falling everywhere, and you're taking the elevator. What if the power went out? You'd be trapped.
That's true. That's the stairs. What? I'm confused. Can I go up twice? What? I'm confused. No, I can't. I'm confused. I see. Okay, nope. Oh. Let's see if I can get attacked by this thing. It gets close. It gets pretty dang close.
That explosion blew the whole toxic goo pump station apart. It's letting flood waters out. We gotta get out of here. It's not safe. Get through the control centers. There's a transition seal leading up to where I am. Hurry, before this whole place floods or comes down.
Did I ever end up finishing when I was talking about the emotes? I ended up drawing the things. Nope. And I'm trying. It just doesn't look good.
Rocks are falling everywhere, and you're taking the elevator. What if the power went out? You'd be trapped.
Yeah, and it means that I don't even have a single one done. Oh, that's simple. I'm blind. Yeah, I don't have a single one done. I'm currently working on a, like, shocked face. Like Apple's one, you know, emote, basically that. It's the best as I can describe it, just my character.
You gotta get out of there. The room's filling with smoke. Good. At least you won't suffocate in this room. But you still need to find a way to get... Whoa! Don't do that! You want to bring the place down on your head? I can't believe that worked. Oh, right. Get going. Before something else happens. Wow. If you'd been there a few seconds earlier, you'd have been incinerated. Thank the maker you weren't, though. I need the muscle.
Oh, I can pick up crates. The crane is now dead, gone and burned. Indeed. That thing.
Okay, bad news!
Into
When
the
the pump
abyss.
station blew, the floodgates opened up wide. Toxic goos rising fast, the sensors maxed out ages ago, warning lights going crazy all around. This just got a lot more serious.
Okay. don't know if this is the kind of game that would end up making us try to stack things, but that's the best thing I can think of. I think I actually did that correctly.
Alright, you're at Quality Control Center 95D. Only a bit further and you'll be at the hatch. Up to me. Hurry. I'll try to slow the goo down a bit.
Why do they just have this in the normal office area? This isn't a test chamber.
Oh, great. Another blocked corridor.
Guess not. Oh. Okay.
The door won't open from this side. Maybe there's some other way around or something?
Huh. Yeah, the crane just like fell right into the abyss. So that's funny. Huh. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. What are you used for? Bouncy ball, indeed. I don't think that was too useful. Can you just, like, stop? I don't think it's supposed to be as hard as I'm making it out to be. Oh. Okay.
So, Mel, why don't you take your time? Look around here. I'll try to slow the rising goo down a little bit harder, I guess. Just don't take all day. Great job, Mel. You're on the other side of that door now. Yes! Very good.
Okay, let's get that cube back. Also, Virgil had a bit of a delayed reaction, but that's beside the point. Hopefully I wasn't supposed to bring the cube with me in here. They put stairs there, so I probably was. Oh well. Nope, we're good.
The doors are locked?
There's a grill.
Back in the day, the wiring was a bit strange sometimes. Try turning some machinery on, see if that also unlocks the doors. Wow, that actually worked. I mean, great! Well, that's just great. Can't we get through a room once without stuff blowing up or blocking our way? Try to find some water again or something.
So there's already some right there, we know that. Can't put anything right there. Okay. Are there any portable surfaces anywhere? Okay. Where the shot? There's gotta be something else I can talk about. Just need to think. Because otherwise, I feel like I'm being boring. Huh. What am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to get up there? Oh no, the stream's gonna have to end pretty soon. Like, we're talking like 8 minutes. How about we get out of this room and that'll end up ending stream? Assuming I'm able to get out of this room. Really? Really? Oh, I see. Uh-oh. Just... okay.
Great. From there, there's just the walls. Don't get comfy though. I pulled the plug on some emergency run-up dams, but the goo is still rising.
So... yeah.
Wow!
Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna end up ending stream. Weird. But yeah, so... nope. Goodbye, Lynn. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Is there anyone I can raid? There is not. Okay. Now I'm just gonna end up ending stream. Yep. Yep, bye. Goodbye. I hope you have a good rest of your day. I'll see you inside the Discord and yeah. Bye.